Okay. So I'm going to hit the button, but
Sure.
then don't worry because then I have to hit the other button. And then it will post to the page.
Got
Most of the people watch it, and then we do the thing. That's
Yes.
why it's a stream and not necessarily a podcast, because
Yeah, for sure.
I will figure all these things out, but it just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. I was just having a conversation the other day about how like technology has advanced to the point where it's like making our lives more difficult now. Like
Yeah.
it's like
You
we
have
were
to
doing
figure.
all these things that was like, oh, now you can do this and that, the other thing without having to like whatever. And now it's just gotten to a point where it's like, we've overcomplicated things. That we've come back around.
Well, yeah, because now they all have to, all these systems have to still speak to one another.
Yeah.
And then that's like, you have to make a whole other integration, which is a whole other job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Some people are worried, like, what is it? 2040 is what I heard, is when AI is going to be smarter than us and blah,
Oh, is
blah,
that the
blah.
new one? That's the new year that we have to
That's
worry
the new
about?
whatever, 0.0, supposedly, allegedly. Right? I don't know what I don't know. But in the back of my mind, I'm still like, okay, cool. It'll be smarter than the average, like, bear, human, so to speak. But at some point, someone still needs to trigger it to program to do the other things and evolve more, right? Yeah. So it's still going to be some human error that says, go ahead and evolve more, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like a crotchety old man when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't think that computers should be able to talk to us. I don't think that they should be delivering our food. I don't think that there should be a robot in the grocery store. I think that they all need to go home.
Yeah, like I also am just annoyed, and it happened way before even AI, of like being triaged on the phone. And I just no, I have that situation. If I could be triaged and do it on the interwebs, I would have done it, but I can't. So I need you to do it. Thank you. Okay. Goodness, I just realized, look at these are new, these blue squares. I don't know that it is that. How did that happen?
With our names on them?
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool, but I might have done that accidentally. I'm learning. Again, the same thing. I'm a man too. I was like, every time I log onto the stream, things get different. Okay. Yeah. So I think I'm in all the places we should be. And this is where we pretend it's like a full-on announcement where I say like, hey, Sonny, thanks for coming. It's Tuesday. I don't know if you knew this. There's a little thing on your calendar that was like, hey, welcome to Tuesdays with Tori, which I decided we're going to call Falling in Love to Love with my friend Sonny over here. Sonny, look at me. I'm it's been a Monday is what I'm going to say, even though I know it's Tuesday.
I feel you. Right? Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. This is where I just have to gush for a little bit, where it's like, this is hi, welcome to the show that started with me ranting into the ether, right? The void of the internet. And then to my surprise, the void answered. Thank you for everybody and all the incredible support. Like, you included, of people that I've just been able to, friends that are like, hey, keep going and let me drag you into the things. And one of those fabulous people is my friend here, Sonny. And I don't know if you want to go ahead and kind of like sprinkle in who you are in your story, but do that. And then I'll tell you how I dragged her in here because it's adorable.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I have been in the industry altogether for almost, I think it's been 14 years at this point. I graduated from college and I needed a job, and I had a lot of experience working in museums. But most of my experience was doing like family programming and working with children and schools. And I was really sick of working with kids. I thought I needed a little bit of a break from working with children. So I said, I know how to work in museums. I don't want to work with children. I live in New York City. Where should I get a job? And I got a job working in the store at the Museum of Sex. So all together, I was there for about 3 years. By the end of my time there, I was doing the purchasing for the store, which then, of course, led to me meeting all kinds of wonderful folks on the manufacturer and distributor and vendor side of things. So from there, I went on to work as a first a junior sales manager, then a sales manager, then a senior sales manager for Fun Factory in the US for 10 years. And now I find myself as a senior sales manager for the wonderful Lovely Planet, helping to build our brand profile and introduce more folks to our amazing products in North America. Yeah.
Clap, 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 clap. I'm just, I'm celebrating, right? I was like, sometimes, and maybe I'm in my head about this, but I think sometimes it happens where people get very like, oh, titles don't matter. But I'm like, no, she has earned that senior, that senior. Like, I think that's like what you get after a decade or like close to 15 years, whatever it is. You can say no senior because there's a certain amount of required experience, at least again, from my perception. That's like you need to be able to tell who can do that because they've just had that experience and they understand the culture and the past versus somebody that's like, cool, I also am like, a senior sales manager, but like in a different sort of area. It's like, you need to know. I don't know. I think titles are important, but apparently they're not.
I don't know. Everything has a certain level of importance, but doesn't make me better than anybody else. Just is a fact.
I mean, you get the truth, right? One of my isms is like, right, perception is like a superpower or, right, or it's your prison for sure, because anything can be horrible if you're going to focus on that, but it also can be amazing if you're going to focus on that. Woo! So, hey, quick disclaimer, even though you just started watching, I forgot to tell people, if you do not want to talk about pleasure and the business side of it and other adult content and you are under 18, kindly, would you scroll away, please? This is not content for you. Okay, thanks.
I don't think the stream with a person with an illustration of a butt plug behind her is really the thing for.
Well, I don't know that the algorithm would have caught it. The robots might not have caught it until now you said the word, but it's okay because I'm not monetized anyways. Yeah, and maybe this covers it up. Hi, Mom. When my mom shows up. Yes, things are going well. Thank you, Mom. Oh yeah, do you like my necklace? Mahasan gave it to me for my birthday. It's cute. Right?
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Thanks. Oh yeah. Again, if you just showed up, it's my birthday episode, even though it was technically yesterday, but I do this thing on Tuesdays. So happy birthday to me. I get fabulous people like Sonny over here to do my stream with me. And I'm pretty sure because I posted it, I'm gonna give some stuff away later because my birthday means other people should celebrate. And this is my other like fun ism where I'm always like, hey, you don't know what you don't know. I try to like stay aware about things and stuff. And I thought I knew like Sonny's going to laugh at me. I thought I knew. I was like, oh, Lovely Planet, like it's a brand, but I didn't know they had so many other, like, look at me, I'm waving my ruler around. I got excited. I didn't know they had so many other like fun brands and I'm obsessed with their packaging and just everything. So, even I don't know, right? You never know what you don't know. Oh, and look, Helene's here. Look at New York came to party. So I'm just excited that we can gush over some of the fun things and now everybody can learn in the same sense. Okay. So also really quickly, you might be like, dude, why should I even care? Like, okay, this is Tori's birthday. Fine. And like, she wants us to meet her friend, whatever. I actually don't learn anything. Yes. This is why you should still be on the show here and listen to our musings and our rantings, right? Not only will you be amused, you're not amused, but I think the Lovely Planet and all their brands is just a great product differentiation on shelf, right? Like, look at which ones can you tell? The prettier ones get the better shelf space, yes, and your eye goes to it. This is just in books, but it's the same sort of concept, right? So I really feel like the Love to Love brand, especially the Dildolls brand, it stands out very like visually and just it's very catching to a shopper's eye and it's sparkly. I'm drawn to the sparkles, so I'm just gonna say that. Which means there's a huge merchandising opportunity there. Like however you want to do it, that makes just when it's easier to talk about and you're excited about it, it's easier to add on to whatever you're selling. And this is where I get to drag my friends with the great experience. This is also a great opportunity to stay here because Sonny has a really, I don't know, I think I had the pleasure of actually seeing like, not like a snippet of training, but like one of your full trainings, I think like a few years ago now. and it's still in my mind where I was like, like I knew she was a good trainer, but to actually all of a sudden like put my head up and be like, oh my God, wait, that was an hour. And I didn't know all these things. They're just like not a snooze fest. And it was really witty and it was still really like sharp. I was like, it's one of those trainings I was impressed by. So stay here because you can ask her questions. And that's important to me. Also, we're going to gab about trends because why not? Because nobody's able to gab the same. Like, what's going on? Are we into recharging or not recharging? Like, what certain materials are great? Because let's face it, there's been so much change in such a short amount of time. We're just going to put that out into the universe. And last but not least, I know everybody has to report to a boss, or you are the boss, right? We do need to care a lot about our shush. Sorry, there's dogs here. It's a live show. Whoever you are, you most likely have somebody you need to report to, and you need to be making sure that your retails are, returning on your investment, right? So brands like Lovely Planet help to set that, again, apart from any of that big box competition. So you become more of a destination for those high quality lines. So it's, again, a lot easier to talk and get the communication directly to your customer, which is the stores here. Yay.
Totally. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything to add to that before we get to the shenanigans, right? Like I know, so right, we're senior, you've been in the industry for over 10 years. And you mentioned you started sort of on the retail floor, so to speak, but I got to meet you back in the Fun Factory days, and you were there for a very long time.
Yeah.
Anything you want to like tell us about your journey? How did all the things really get started outside of just had to work? Is there anything like what kept you there, so to speak? How did you end up here? Right, all the fun things.
Yeah, for sure. So I already just on, in my personal life, in like a lot of the like activism and things like that I was working on when I was in college. I was already familiar with toys. I was already very comfortable talking about sex and sexuality and pleasure. And, I am, a queer millennial who likes to experiment with all kinds of things. And so it was a world that I like immediately felt very comfortable in. I think I always thought that I was going to do something with education, right? That was one of my majors in college, was education studies.
I didn't know that. Look at that. You learn something every day.
Yeah, I was a double major in theater and education studies, which, if you think about it, what is a sales job where you are doing trainings for staff, but theater and education. Sales is
in a museum of sex.
Yes, exactly. So I just kind of like felt very natural to me to like get into this whole world. Something kind of interesting that has ended up happening over the course of my career, specifically when it comes to being a sales rep for a brand, is, I don't know if you noticed this, but starting with Fun Factory and now being with Lovely Planet, I've basically become like the girl who reps the European brands in the North American market when it comes to toys, because I don't know, I think that has been very interesting for me over the last, decade and change, is working for brands that are coming from a perspective that is outside of the US, right? So the way that things are marketed, the way that things are branded, the way that things are designed, the way that these topics are spoken about has some variation depending on what culture they're coming from, right?
That's a huge thing to remember, where it's like there's still, as much as I complain that there's a lot of translation between, the manufactured brands and then what I need to know from them, and then what I need to filter to give to maybe one of my distributors versus giving to one of my wholesalers, or and then what they need to know for the customer. You now have to translate it. You have to translate your audience on top of it too. Like, even though it's the same language, you need that integration.
Exactly. Yeah. And so it's been a really fun and I guess like interesting challenge to say, like, these products are amazing, and how do I educate on them and communicate about them to an audience that is different from where they were originally designed and developed, if that makes sense. And so also kind of like helping bring those two worlds together is a really fun and interesting challenge. I think particularly working for Lovely Planet, I've always been a huge fan of all of their brands and all of their products, but I even for many years didn't realize that all of these different lines fell under that Lovely Planet umbrella, right? So it's been a really
I didn't either. I was like, oh my God, how cool.
So, I'll tell people like, or I'll go to a store to do a training and I'll say like, I'm here from Lovely Planet. And people will be like, oh yeah, I kind of know what that is. And I'll say, have you heard of Love to Love? Have you heard of the Dildolls? And they're like, oh yeah. I'm like, have you heard of Strap On Me? And they're like, oh yeah, Strap On Me is our best-selling strapless strap-on line. I'm like, yeah, those are all Lovely. It's all us. So that has been really, really fun. Since joining this team at the beginning of this year, is to like really get out there and put more of a face to the brand and kind of give people more of an understanding of the brand as a whole and the company as a whole, and why they should care about investing in our products. Yeah.
Well, since you teed me up for it, I think you mentioned all them.
Yeah.
Like, if let's say I don't know because it was just recently I didn't. Can you tell me about all the brands and their philosophy real quick? And like how, like why is knowing about any of this stuff crucial to the sell-through, right?
Yeah, totally. So Lovely Planet, we're a French company. We're based in the south of France. And I think that kind of French sensibility really has a lot of bearing on our product design, right? Because the idea with all of our products is that we want them to be obviously like pleasurable. We want them to be ergonomic. We want them to be the best quality. But a lot of our product design is also looking at maybe existing categories and saying, how can we elevate the aesthetics and the kind of emotional design behind these products?
Ooh, I love that word. That's like a 12-point Scrabble word for me.
Yeah,
right? Like I love it.
Yeah, something I really love about our kind of ethos and how we started was that a lot of the original and or like first Love to Love design. So, okay, taking Love to Love as one of our brands as an example, some of the original Love to Love product designs, they intentionally did not make them only available in adult retail spaces, but we're also putting them into like high-end boutiques and museum gift shops and all these spaces where good design is being celebrated, because that was a core principle of the product line, but also putting these products into spaces where people are going to they're not necessarily expecting that they're going to encounter a sex toy, means that they're not coming in with any like preconceived notions or walls built up. They're coming into it without any of those like taboos already kind of made up in their head, right?
So like the work's already been done, that first hurdle of getting the wall down of your customers.
Because they're not like, oh, I'm going into a sex shop, because they're in this, lifestyle type environment where high quality products are being offered. So obviously we do have our products available in all kinds of different adult retail spaces, but I think making products that allowed people to kind of just like shed those preconceived notions or taboos or insecurities, not only in terms of where they're encountering them, but also in terms of the quality of the design of the product, making really beautiful things so that people see them as
they're so pretty.
They're so pretty
later, and they're so pretty. Yes, you're pretty too, Chewy. Sorry, he's not even normally the needy one, but he is just jumped on the lap. I think because there's clouds coming in.
Fair enough. He's
everybody, or just Chewy just knows when to show up for the super fab of the New Yorkers. No. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
This is super cool.
Yeah, overall, so our different product lines that we have, of course, I've been talking quite a bit about Love to Love. Love to Love includes toys, but there is also a Love to Love intimate cosmetics line. So we're talking like massage products, lubricants, stimulating and relaxing formulas. We also have our Love to Love gifts collection. So that's games, activities, kind of like couples, kind of accoutrements.
Oh yeah, there was the one that was like a big poster and you just like scratched off one every day. That was so fun looking.
Yeah, super fun. So that's all Love to Love. We also have Strap On Me, which is one of our most successful product lines. That's going to be all of our harnesses, harness compatible dildos, as well as our really, really well-known, really well-received strapless strap-on products that have been designed in a way to be like super comfortable, super beautiful, really easy to use. I talk to people all the time who are familiar with that product category, and they're always like, oh yeah, Strap On Me is just like the top.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about it because it's so easy to sell.
Yep, exactly. And then we also have Manwan, which is our line of products for penis owners and their partners, really easy to incorporate into solo play, partner play, all kinds of different stuff. And then we also have Dorsel, which Dorsel is our line of, it kind of runs the gamut from any category you could possibly want to find in adult retail, but from this very kind of like sleek, high-end French design perspective. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I loved it. I was trying to see, I failed though. I was like, I wanted to share the screen. You teed me up for deliciousness and I messed it up, guys. I'll work on my timing here. But see, and now the tab's not even showing up. Dang it. Okay, we're gonna work on that for the show and tell part of it. But
totally.
So much fun branding and other cute things for all the brands you just mentioned. Okay, so what's one thing you wish every buyer or retailer knew about Lovely Planet outside of like all the other brands?
Yeah. I mean, I think I've kind of said it already. One thing that I wish everybody knew is all like the huge scope of different things that we do, right? So that's been kind of my mission, is to really really drive home that it's not just like one piece here, one piece there.
And it's not a US company.
yeah, that too. But I think that that really is the main thing that I wish everybody knew or would get to know, is just the scope of everything that we do, and the fact that, whenever we're developing a product, we're really looking at how can we either create something that is needed, so like a gap in the market. That's kind of where Strap On Me came from. It was like, okay, so people are using strap-ons, they're using strapless strap-ons potentially, but how can we create something that works really well and is better than what's already out there? Or from elevating things from a design perspective, right? So think about any category of product that you're looking for. We want to take that and say, how can we create this in the chicest, most aesthetically pleasing way possible without sacrificing the quality of the product? Yeah.
Ooh, so many good words. There was chic and aesthetic and elevate in there. I love it. Buzzword, buzzword, buzzword. Apparently my dogs have a lot of things to say about it. But I'd also add, I think it's important that one thing I wish all the buyers and retailers and any leader out there would know about Lovely Planet is that Sonny's working there, right? Sometimes, right? It's still pretty recent. You know what I mean? And I know it's sometimes hard to say, hey, shh, not being rude. Thank you. Actually listened, right? I think it's important sometimes to just remind people where everyone's at, because not everybody's been at every show or checking every e-blast or things like that. So hello, Sonny's over there.
Let me know if you need a training. I'll come to your store.
Yeah, she kicks ass at training. We're gonna talk about why, but like she's there. Go call her. So that kind of leads me into, okay, who is out there's like nothing happening? What is this? First, get scared, And now it's fine. I'm going to ask you the next question and I'll mute and then maybe they'll be like done with it. And I'm going to, it's a live show, y'all. Hey, don't get sassy, sir. Oh my God. It must be the construction in the backyard. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so what's your advice, right? Training is so like important, if not crucial, to the success of any line in this industry. But how do you find a way to just be so adaptable in your training style to just so many different retailers, especially having to do that translation we were talking about for different markets?
Yeah. I think, well, what I have always wanted, I think it really works in my favor, right? That hi, Timothy.
Okay, sorry. ADD, squirrel. All right.
I think some of the things that really work in my favor when it comes to my trainings is that I did have that experience working on the sales floor, right? So I know what kinds of questions customers are asking. I also have like a huge amount of respect for people who work on the retail floor. Like, I think they are such a crucial part of this industry. They're not just selling products to people. Like, when you are working on the floor of an adult store, you are doing things on a day-to-day that, I'm not exaggerating, can change people's lives and be really affirming. And you are an educator and you are, so I have like,
you're way more than impactful, right? It's amazing.
It's everything. And so I have so much respect for folks who work in retail stores on the floor. But I think because I have done that myself, a lot of the information that I like to share about products I'm not just going to come into a training and say, you know, here's this, it has this many settings, you press this button to do this thing. Like, I usually come at it from a perspective of, here's all the different ways that you can use this. So here are some of the potential different types of customers who might be interested in this product. Or if people come in looking for this more kind of like traditional or known style of toy, this product might be an interesting thing to show them as well. I also try to weave as much sexuality and like health and wellness education into my trainings as possible, because I think that that's really important. Obviously, some retailers already do like an amazing job of having all of their staff be, you know, certified sex educators and things like that. So those folks maybe don't need as much of the like basics from me. But I always try to incorporate that kind of education in with the product education, because I think they're kind of like inextricably linked. And when you have all of that information to share with your customers, it's way more well-rounded. People feel more comfortable speaking with people, answering their questions, if you give them all of that like full scope of information rather than just, you know, the basics of the product itself. Yeah.
No, that's a great point, because I always say that, like, hey, I'm someone that needs the why, because I need that bigger picture in order to, like, I have to be like top down instead of down up. And you totally just kind of hit it on the head in just a different way, where it's like, yeah, it can be very overwhelming to go to a training where it's like, and key feature, key feature, key feature. Now the next one, do all this. And it's like, all of a sudden I feel like, even though you might just be talking about 6 or 7 new products, like I feel like I have to understand like 60 new things about it.
Yeah.
And then the overwhelm happens, and then it all dumps out anyway.
And it all goes away. I think it's more important to share information that they can't get just from reading the box, right? If it's stuff that's written on the box of the product, that's great. And I'm going to share like if it's really important details, I'm obviously going to share those things in my training. But me being there, the benefit to that is that I am there. I am a human being who can share all kinds of different insights and expertise that you're not going to get just by simply reading the product page or reading the back of the product box. So
yeah, like the shelf talker's already there.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Right. Like maybe you can remind people because maybe they didn't get it in the store that you have them. But no, exactly. Like we're here. Give me the real life situation so I can do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
We love that. Look at this. So many good points. So many aha moments for me. I'm like, yes, let's continue to pick the brain until everybody gets on and is like, oh, let me ask questions, right? I mean, like they're slowly trickling in, but apparently we're super amusing. Also, a lot of people just like catch it later, so it's kind of fun.
Exactly.
Right? You're like on everyone's mind whenever they decide they want to see Sonny's beautiful face and my cute jade necklace. Okay. So because it's I get to abuse the fact that you're here. What sort of what consumer trends excite you right now, right? Or any sort of tech trends out there? I don't know. What are you excited about?
I think for me more so than like specifically like a tech trend or like a specific type of product, what is exciting to me is that I think over the last few years consumers have become a lot more mindful about what they are spending their money on. So especially in maybe not the greatest economic environment when people are being more, careful with their spending, people really want to have an emotional connection to the brands that they are buying. And they also want to feel good about those brands. It's not just like, oh, I need an X item. Let me go grab whatever the first thing on the shelf is. Like a lot of brands are having to be much more mindful about their ethics as a company, how they're manufacturing their products, what really makes their items stand out to customers in a way that makes that customer feel personally like attached to and positive about investing in that product. So I think that like mindfulness on the part of consumers is something that I think is really exciting.
Another good word, mindfulness. You're getting all the good words. No, I'm totally your accidental target audience, right? Like I've started with the grumpy person where it's like the gym I decided to join out here. It's even a little bit further, but I'm like, it's woman owned and the facilities run by this and like the firefighters are there most times and I feel better with their security, blah, 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 versus the one that's going to be closer. But I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's an absolutely perfect example of that like kind of mindfulness that I've seen a lot more folks thinking about when they're buying stuff. And that doesn't it goes for the gym, it goes for your body wash, it goes for your sex toys. And I think that that's really cool. I will also say, I think that particularly when it comes to adult products, I think it's really, really cool how these things have become just kind of a normal integrated lifestyle item for a lot of people. Like you have influencers who I follow. I'm a huge reality TV girly. So like, there's people from The Bachelor who I follow on Instagram who are doing giveaways for vibrators now. You know what I mean? So like that kind of thing, and really looking at these products as something that is removing the shame around them and having them be something that is just like, you're going to go buy a high quality lube or condom or sex toy the same way that you are going to go buy the high quality Korean skincare brand that you
right
love,
like care about what's going into my body sort of, or
sex
like on top of it,
sex toys sex toys as like lifestyle items and as like self-care items, I think is really, really cool.
Not the item I like shove into the closet and like don't want anybody to see, right? Like it's nice, the packaging is nice, I clean it, I do whatever, it's a fun thing for me and my partner, maybe just myself, right? Like whatever, but definitely like, what is it? My favorite marketing guy, Seth Godin, right? The king. His big thing is in marketing and storytelling. It's like, you just have to think in your audience. You definitely need to be like, the idea is people like me, like blank, do blank, like whatever it is. So it's like people like me, the brand, like people like love to love. We enhance our already fun experiments and we're bold or whatever, right?
Totally.
Love it. So what's your maybe go-to advice, right? If you have like all this, like I've loaded in this lovely planet on shelf, all the things, what's your advice for making sure that new shelf space, it makes sure that the shoppers are excited, right? How do you make sure it's selling?
Yeah, I think I'm a huge fan of making the shopping experience like a tactile and experiential one. I think that presenting things in a way where it's not just like line up all the boxes on the shelf, and like our packaging is beautiful, certainly, but especially when it comes to things like our body products or like, and the toys as well, I think presenting them in a way that feels experiential, I think is really, really crucial. So having a floor model out, presented in a beautiful way, creating for our brands in particular, it's really awesome that we have our gifts, our games, our toys, all of these different categories represented, because you can curate a whole like bundle or experience with our products that all are branded to go together, right? So I think there's definitely benefit in merchandising by category or by, you know, body part or application or what have you, because obviously people are going to come into a store saying with an idea of what kind of thing they might be shopping for. But I do think there is something really interesting to be played around with when it comes to creating like a curated experience with a variety of different types of products all together, so that people aren't just looking at it like, here's every single, I'm getting overwhelmed with every single bullet vibrator. It's saying, you know, here's a couple of those and maybe some body products that go along with it, and here's a little gift or a game that you can throw in for your partner, and kind of creating this world with it, I think is a really interesting and fun way to merchandise, especially our products, with the playfulness and the like aesthetics of them. Yeah.
Oh, it's perfect, right? Like the merchandisers say, it's always like, oh, what's the story, right? And each like outfit or vignette you're making, yep. Oh, they did all the thinking for you, right? That's pretty perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So should we do some show and tell right now? Because I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to get my pictures to load to work well, because of course all this was working, and then I get on the stream and it's like,
too. You can't see it, but I've got plenty of product samples next to me right
fabulous.
now. So
we'll just do this the old school way, because
whatever.
So guys, I have it if you need it. I've got all this great information and cute pictures that she sent over, but if I can get my screen share to work, we'll look at some adorable things. If not, we're just going to do it old school, because I got pretty things here. Where do you want to start? We can start with the happy sparklies. Right.
Oh yes, you have the extravaganza, which is our newest.
Okay? Look at this packaging, first of all. Like, in a world of everything square, like, I'm not saying I don't like square, but from what I've seen, customers on staff on shelf really like having more of this like cylinder thing to kind of break it up in their stories, right? Yeah. Here, I can open her.
Yeah,
I smuggled her away from the training.
Yeah, like the Dildolls are our like.
Look at how slick.
Runaway
right? As I'm like holding. I'm going to get banned anyways, so we'll just hold the tip.
Yeah.
Is that not the coolest? I mean, I'm sure we've seen sparklies before, but like, this is just a little bit of the iridescence. Ooh, and look at, we got ombre, beautiful.
Yeah, this one is the Utopia. So Tori's got the extravaganza, the new gold glitter variant. This one I have is called Utopia, which is our top selling color. This one has done so well that we took the original size and have now expanded it to new sizes. So Utopia now also comes in. This is medium, so that's the original. And then it now also comes in small, as well as...
You got like Daddy Shark, and then Mama Shark, and then Baby Shark.
Yep, and extra large.
Oh, the beefy guy.
Yes. So new sizes of Utopia is super exciting. All of the Dildolls are liquid silicone, body safe, harness compatible. They've got great suction to the bottom. But yeah, super, super fun and really eye-catching on the shelf.
Wait, do you have the glow one with you? Because that one's so fun.
Yeah, so that one is actually a new product from Strap On Me. So this is a part of the Strap On Me.
Wait, segue really quickly when we're talking about pretty things. How fun is this, you guys?
This is our new glow LED dildo. So liquid silicone, super flexy, harness compatible base, still has good suction to it, but it has a built-in LED light.
Look at it. That is so cool.
With 6 different patterns. So no vibration, just the rechargeable LED light pattern.
That one's all like a snake.
Super fun.
So
Great
fun.
for, you know, the ravers, the play parties, the burlesque performers. Yeah.
Don't you want to just like stick it to the shower and like turn all the lights off and have a dance party?
Yeah, yeah. Or like, how cool is this going to look like in a super hot like harness?
Right. At like whatever fun club, or like it's totally maybe not quite as like crazy, but it's giving me like cyberpunk vibes, right? Where they would decorate all their walls and crazy shit, and this would be that.
Look at the
ooh la la.
You can see it. Yeah. Super cool. Yeah, so that's like the Dildolls, the new glowy LED dildo. We also have since I'm talking about Strap On Me, and because it's such a top seller for us, I would love to show a couple of our strapless strap-on models that we make. I've mentioned that this line was really developed so that our owner, who does most of our like a lot of the seeds of ideas for our products come from him. He wanted to develop products for folks who were using strap-ons. Oh, look, it's
one of them, right?
I forgot I sent you that picture.
Right? Adorable, right? This is the strap on, everybody. Yep. Just for context.
Yep, getting ready to.
Oh,
the beach at XBiz Miami in that picture. Had to.
Oh, it's so cute.
Quick pick.
So cute.
But what folks really love about the Strap On Me toys is this posable hinge. So the neck that connects the egg that's going to be inserted vaginally with the shaft that someone can penetrate a partner with is completely flexible and customizable. So for people who like a further forward angle, they can bend it in. If they want it to sit a little bit wider, they can bend it out. It holds the shape. And the egg was designed and tested to make sure that the measurements are as comfortable as possible, but also as secure as possible, right? So it's really going to sit in place nicely. I've talked to lots of people who say that they've tried all kinds of strapless strap-on toys, and a lot of them, they still feel like they need a harness for extra support, despite the product being billed as something that can be used without a harness. But that Strap On Me is the one that most people find they really, really can use it without the added harness support. So if having that like skin to skin contact with a partner is important, these are great for that. This one I have in my hand is actually our multi-orgasm model. So in this one, you have a vibrating motor inside of the egg. There's also a vibrating motor in the shaft. And then this motor here is like a little flickering tongue flapping clit stim motor, and they can all be controlled independently with our really, really easy to use, easy to read, rechargeable remote control. So super simple, super intuitive controls. You can see each of the motors indicated really clearly on the buttons. Plus that flexible hinge makes these a real like customer favorite, top seller. I hear it from people all the time. Yeah.
That's a lot of high techie. Sorry. Yep. The construction continues and the dogs continue to sing your praises.
It is what it is.
My love. Oh my goodness. So much fun. Do you want to talk about, I mean, again, we talked about love to love a little bit, but I also have just if you want to talk about them, or I can take them out. But I've got a couple here as well. So you have the Pleaser as well as the Dreamer.
There's also Wonder Lover, as well as one other model, which is called Believer. These are all a part of our
look at these colors, guys.
So pretty, right? That iridescent finish. This is the iridescent turquoise. The Pleaser that I have is our iridescent night, it's called. It's kind of like a purpley blue shiny finish. And then there's also an iridescent berry, which is like a shiny, sparkly pink color. But these are all a part of what we call our Wonder collection from Love to Love. So these actually, thank you for the lovely segue, Tori, because these also have that flickering tongue style clit stim motor on them. So that tongue is going to flick up and down, but also back and forth for like almost a 360 motion inside of that little mouth that's gonna kind of encompass the clitoris really comfortably. Pleaser, I think, is super cool because it's taking that flickering tongue motor and putting it into a wand style toy, right? So wands are beloved by so many people. But one of the biggest things about wands is that they're really accessible, right? So the longer handle means that it's easier for plus size folks to use them, pregnant folks, anybody who just needs a little bit of extra reach on their toy. Having that longer handle is really great for that. They're more comfortable to hold on to securely without doing like a real tight or small grip. So for people who have hand mobility issues, they can hold on to the product a lot easier. The pleaser still has that good flexibility of the neck that people look for in a wand, but rather than that like broad vibration coverage, you're getting that really pinpoint flickering clit stim. Also really convenient for use with a partner, right? Because if you have better reach, you can use that product on yourself or on your partner in more positions than if you're trying to hold a tiny little toy in place. Yeah, so that's pleaser. As I mentioned, there's also Wonder Lover for dual stim, so internal vibration with external flickering tongue clit stim, remote controlled, as well as Dreamer, which is really nice for just kind of like nestling in place. It does also come with a remote, so it can kind of just like nestle in between the labia and stimulate the clitoris and use the remote to change the settings. Tori, have you taken a look at the LED light on either of the products that you've gotten so far?
No, I have not, but
okay.
Go on.
So this is super cute, and I think you're going to love it, which is why I wanted to bring it up. So as you can see on all, maybe you can, on all of the Wonder range products, there's this LED light that lights up with a different color depending on what mode you have it set on. And the remote is actually going to change color as well. So you can see on the remote that you've changed the mode based on what color is lighting up on that LED display. So nothing, extremely practical, but super cute and really fun and playful, like kind of very much the design.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think someone's at my door. This is ridiculous. They're still barking. So I'm gonna just give you full screen.
Okay.
And then you can talk about the next cute thing, and I'll be right back.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. All right. So yeah, we're doing a little show and tell of all of these fun products from different Lovely Planet brands. We now have our amazing intimate cosmetics line from Love to Love. So in addition to toys, Love to Love also includes lubricants, massage products, stimulating and relaxing formulas. The packaging is super, super cute, really colorful, really stands out on a shelf. This one is Love Me Tender, which is our warming massage oil. My personal favorite product from this line is also a massage product, but it kind of functions in a way that is different from anything else I've seen before. This is called Tickle My Body, and Tickle My Body is a tingling massage foam. So the way that this works, squirt it out and it foams up. I don't know if anybody can hear it, but it literally feels like pop rocks. So it's going to crackle, it's going to tingle, it's going to give a little bit of like a cooling sensation. Feels really amazing and moisturizing on the skin, but really, really fun massage product that I have not seen anything quite like it before. And it all smells amazing. Our intimate cosmetics line is all manufactured in Europe, the majority of it being manufactured in France, as we are a French company, but the scents are all really, really beautiful. This is like one of our floral scented warming massage candles. Comes in that really cute little porcelain container with the pour spout. a little bit of a preview of some of the other packaging from the line. You can see some of our, all good?
Oh my goodness. This is, I mean, I guess I wanted to move into the cute little community with the friends, but I'm like, who rings the doorbell 3 times?
Yeah.
The people wondering, oh, can we take the dogs on a walk? Where's Olivia? La, la, la.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
I have
and then Amazon showed up at the same time and delivered my trash bags.
Gotcha.
So, you know, here we are.
It's a busy day.
It's a professional show, everybody.
Yeah. What can I tell you? I mean, right before we got on here, my cat was like so insistent on jumping up and like being right here. He like would not let me do anything else. And I was like, buddy, we gotta figure something else out. Cause like if I'm just typing emails, he can sit right here in front of me and it's not a problem. But when I'm doing
you're like, I have to shift my body a little bit.
Yeah.
Come on. Lord, why these animals got to be so complicated?
But yeah, while you were gone, I was just doing a little presentation on the Love to Love intimate cosmetics line. So all of our massage products are stimulating and relaxing formulas. Again, packaging super.
Look, it's so shiny. Oh, and she gave me a shiny little bag, which I take to
the gym.
I
did give you
I love it. Too. I love it.
But yeah, so majority of the line is made in France. Just the one product that I showed a second ago, our tingling massage foam. This is made in Italy, but it's all made in Europe. And we're using majority natural ingredients for these formulas, which I think is particularly cool when it comes to the like stimulating and relaxing formulas. So like, for example, we have Easy Peasy, which is our anal relaxing formula. So it's going to make anal play a little bit more comfortable. But what we're using for this, rather than like something that's actually going to numb the body. So like no benzocaine, no lidocaine, they're keeping all of their sensation, but we're using things like clove and lavender essential oils, which are going to relax the body, make things more comfortable, but it's not going to be like a numbing feeling, right? So having all natural options in those like
there's a bit more control in a natural stimulation. At least in my opinion, right?
Yeah. And there are just some folks who prefer that, right? They want a more all natural formulation for products like that. So
and I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum, but doing my life in lubricants at one point, a lot of that benzocaine stuff and whatever, not that you always need to be FDA approved, blah blah blah. But you shouldn't be so numb that you can't potentially know a limit that maybe you do have is my advice.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so things like an anal relaxing formula, clit stim. One of my favorites actually, because I haven't seen stuff positioned this way before. This is our frenulum stim product.
Ooh. So it's like the man clit stim.
Exactly, because as we know, being professionals, the clitoris and the frenulum anatomically, they're basically
just depending on how the other gene showed up.
So the frenulum can respond to like a lot of those products that are out there that are marketed as clitoral stimulating gels are going to feel really good on a frenulum too. So we took our formula that we have packaged as a clit stim and also packaged it for frenulum stimulation so that we can speak to how people are looking to use it, but also just a different type of applicator, right? So for frenulum stim, we put it into this like large format roll-on because that's going to be easier to apply to the underside of the head rather than
look, and we got pretty demonstrations as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And Tamara loves the name. I agree.
Yeah, they're super cute. Ooh. But yeah, those are like the main highlights that I wanted to make sure to share. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Anything else that we want to take a look at?
I don't know. Audience, how we feeling? I'm sorry, this is already going a little bit long. I still want to do the rapid fires and whatnot. But it's my birthday. I will do what I want.
And do what you want.
Showed up at my door. Doors. Not my fault, everybody.
Let's get into the rapid fire. And then if anybody wants any information further, they can hit me up afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. Right. And we can, continue with the funness and at some point, I love doing these rapid fires because not only do I feel like I get to know you, at some point I dream of like I don't know, when you get the AVN awards in the, you know, like next year or whatever, Hall of Fame, something, I could just be like, he, like, look at all these cute clips from before, or I'm going to like mash everybody up together. It's just going to be, I don't know. I'm going to do something fun with it. But thank you. Yay. Birthday episode. People can't say no to me, even though they're busy. And they'll come on my show. Look at this. Husband's calling. Forget it. What is everybody doing today? Like he doesn't know what's happening and then knocking on my door. Like, people, come on. Okay.
You need a big sign on the door that just says like,
I know,
no
like,
admittance
on air.
Tuesdays.
Yeah, right. Kids, it's a karate night. Kids don't come home until after 7, right? Like, although it is nice that my friends or my kids are getting friends and all that stuff. Blah blah blah. Like, careful what you wish for, though, right? Yeah. Okay, rapid fire time. If, let's just say, love to love, because she's sparkly and pretty, right? If she was a cocktail, what would it be, you think?
I think it would be something like a mezcal paloma, maybe. So like grapefruit,
like a little fusion, but
like grapefruit juice. It's got a little bit of soda in there, probably. So it's like, you know, it's got a little like sparkle to it, but the like smoky mezcal too, because she's fun and she's flirty, but she's also a little bit like, you know,
right?
She's got some smoke to her. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Now we had another friend that needed to jump in the lap. Oh my goodness. I don't know, real quick, if we can see what my friend Miss Tomorrow says. She wanted to know if product was safe.
Yeah,
the contamination with the roll on, like the
roller ball. Yeah, I mean, I would say, it's the same type of roller ball that you would use, that you'll see on all kinds of different like cosmetics. So obviously, in the same way that like you want to clean your toys between uses, if you're applying them to intimate areas, you're going to want to like clean and maintain the roller ball. I wouldn't go around like putting it on all kinds of different people without like, you know,
maybe spray it down with some alcohol first. If you're gonna go give it to multiple people.
Exactly. Or like the way that we take, you know, when you have lube in a squirt bottle, you don't want to touch the tip to your hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say
to something else. Same sensibility applies with the roll on for the applicator. Yeah.
Oh my God, she's reading my mind. Look, like, same tip. Make sure, unfortunately, people think that maybe it's their lube's fault or their condom's fault or for whatever irritation. I was like, no, because when you put body parts onto those pumps or those tips, or you throw it into the bed sheets or whatever's happening, it falls on the ground on accident, like then it can get contaminated.
Yeah.
Contamination from the product itself, she wants to know.
Yeah, I guess I'm unclear on what that means exactly. Like
like making sure maybe like the roller, at least how I've interpreted it, like kind of just like seals off, like most like a airless pump, right? It just pumps one way. You can't get it pumped the other way. So can the roller is the roller like almost like an airless pump, so that whatever's on the outside of the ball is not like seeping into the inside, because that can affect the expiration date.
Yeah, that's a great question, which I off the top of my head, I'm not sure of the exact mechanics of the roller ball. I've already,
see, this is like, okay,
I'll be honest with you, that's a good question. But I think in terms of, so in terms of that,
worried about some bacteria getting inside. Okay.
Yeah. In terms of that, I think it goes back to like I was saying with like keeping, like cleaning off the tip of a lube bottle pump or something like that. So like, and not sharing it between
like a chapstick almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like you don't necessarily want to share it, but there are times where you're like, we're already sharing germs, but like nobody can tell you, go freely share it. Like it would be recommended.
Yeah.
No, doofies. I know. Okay. So maybe what's the most unexpected place you've ever trained? Like a sales team or retailers?
Like in terms of a city, or in terms of like the room itself, or
however you want to interpret it, right? Like you don't even tell me who or whatever. You know what I mean?
No, of course.
But like, what was just like kind of like the most shocking?
I don't know if it's like, I don't know if I would call it unexpected, but kind of like just for me personally, a little bit like trippy. It's always really trippy when I go back and do trainings at the Museum of Sex.
Fair.
Since I worked there when I was like 21 years old, you know, and I'm 35 now, and I'm just like, oh boy, like it's like
whoa.
It's so fun. Yeah, it's always really fun, and it's kind of just like this is
my personality is clashing.
Trip down memory lane. Being back in that basement at the museum. Yeah. I'll go with that.
Okay, no, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
Tell me, my friend, what's your favorite travel hack for surviving some of these back-to-back trade shows? Because I know you've done them, and I'm a weenie, and I don't have to do them that often. And you're just like there, like, no big deal. I'm going to New York, and then I gotta go to Canada, and then I'm home one day, and then I'm off to Australia. And I'm like, I'm tired hearing from you, but awesome.
Yeah.
Go you.
Invest in good comfortable footwear for when you're like literally like in the airport and on the plane. Like I can't recommend that enough. And I also am a big fan of taking, like, I think that the trade shows are all so fun, and events are all so fun, and it's really like you can get like swept up in this whole thing of like, oh, all my friends are here and the cocktail party, and then we're gonna go out afterwards.
Yeah, like it's a mini vacation almost.
It is absolutely acceptable to Homer Simpson into the hedges and leave that party and go take a bath in your room and not talk to anyone. I mean, obviously do the things you need to do to skip out on your obligations, but
Homer Simpson, Sonny, I'm Homer Simpson. I'm Irish goodbye. Like, so you know, someone knows you're accounted for, because we want to make sure you're not stolen. Right?
Exactly.
I mean, maybe less so in some shows like Burbank, but definitely like Vegas shows. That's one. You gotta like, you good? Okay, good job. Text me. Bye.
Yeah.
Right.
Vegas in particular also bring along those the like mister for your face. The like water misters for your skin so that you don't get dehydrated in the Vegas recycled air and desert heat.
No, like, let me tell you, born and raised in Arizona, and those hotels are too dry for me.
Yep.
Like, it's not even an acclimation. I swear, it's whatever they pump in those. I have to travel with a mini humidifier. Like, no joke. It's or otherwise I come back sick immediately. It's ridiculous. I guess I'm just a baby these days. That's what happens. Wah. This is thank you for my TED Talk. Okay. I always like asking people this because I want to make sure people are dreaming, right? And if you're not, now I'm going to make you. A dream collaboration, like what brand in any industry, right? It doesn't have to be ours, but if you wanted it to be, would you love to see partner with Lovely Planet?
Are you familiar with the perfume brand Skylar? Skylar.
Why does it sound familiar?
So it's like I love it. I love their stuff. As I mentioned earlier in this chat, I am a reality TV girly, and my favorite cast member from Love Island season 6, US season 6.
She's a Love Island gal, people.
She's their like director of branding or something like that. They basically signed her on because she's got 5 million followers on Instagram, right? Let's be honest about it.
Right.
I love her, and I love their products. I love their perfumes, and I just think like a sex toy and beauty product collab would be really fun.
That would be really fun.
I like that kind of like holistic thing of like, you know, beauty product, sex toy.
Yeah, holistic.
It's all
not juju, like holistic. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, doing a like a product, like a sex toy, Lovely Planet collab with a.
Oh my God, I want this for you. Like, anybody know how to help manifest this?
Would be like, yeah.
Seriously, let's try and manifest. We'll put it out there into the void. Can anyone help hook her up? Right? So the brands can talk. That would be really hot.
Yeah, totally. That would be super
I second this motion. Good dream. Okay. Last one for now, anyways. Best piece of retail floor advice. 5 words or less if you can.
Yeah. I think I would just go with don't make assumptions.
Fair.
Or be open-minded. One of those in that
Yeah.
vein.
Okay.
Because not only is it important, I think, to not make snap decisions about what you think a customer might want based on what they like, what type of product they might want based on what they look like or how old they are or what, any of those kinds of things. We also don't want to make assumptions about how much money people have to spend or what they're willing to invest in and all of those kinds of things. That also has a little bit of don't yuck people's yum built into it. So yeah, all of those things, I think, be open-minded or don't make assumptions creates a better retail experience for people who are working, people who are shopping, all of that all together. And not make, people, if you open your mind up about what kinds of products you're going to stock in your store, you could be absolutely shocked and surprised by what resonates with your customers, right? So yeah.
No, it brings me back to how many times did, maybe my little brain think, oh, I'm tired. Maybe it's close to closing or something's happening. I was like, this person is just browsing. They're not going to buy anything.
They're not going to buy
based off of, whatever the way that they were walking or dressed or whatever. And then they slam that black American chunky thing down. And I'm assuming, oh, okay, which ones are go backs? It's like, no, this is it. Like, what?
Yeah.
So 100% don't assume anyone's budget.
Yeah. Or interests or experience levels or anything like that. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm playing musical dogs right now. Why are you guys being so needy? This one's McQueen.
Yes.
As we play musical dogs. Okay. I guess we got to do the wrappings because condoms, because I've already spent too much time. And I do have items here that we talked about that I'll raffle, but I think I've decided I'm going to give it till Friday.
Okay.
Whoever's got the most combined likes and comments, because I'm realizing people, kind of come on later. Yep. And that will maybe stir up a little extra questions for you. And then that way I can continue to keep you on my hook and be like, I don't know, let's ask Sonny. It'll be great. Yeah. But before we do final sign-offs, this is the portion where I give you the floor, right? You can share maybe your best takeaway from just anything on this business, or just shameless plug. How do people, if someone does want to find you and book training, how do they do the things?
Yeah. So I think probably, obviously you can always email me. I'll throw, what's the best way for me to share there we go. Thank you, Tori. Yes.
I hope it's that one.
Yes, it absolutely is. That's perfect. So yeah, shoot me an email. I'm always happy to do trainings for folks. Or if you just have questions about our product lines, anything you saw today, you can also go to lovely-planet-distribution.com. That's going to be our B2B website where you can see more information about products. Those are probably the two best ways to get in touch if there's anything that folks need or they're interested in.
Also, feel free to comment here or message me if you can't figure how to, sometimes maybe there's a privacy thing and you can't DM or whatever. We'll help you. I'll make sure you get to the people that you need to get to. Yep,
exactly.
Oh, well, this was awesome. I can't believe, it was not even a training and I'm already like, how did the hour go by so quickly? We'll have to figure out a part two, but thank you again so much for coming and keeping things going. If you guys would like to catch the replays, we got the YouTube down here and, I will, oh no, I clicked the thing. Go that one. And here's my funny. I'll see you next Tuesday. All right. Thank you. And thank you everybody in the audience and enjoy my birthday week with me. If you share the things and you comment, I'm gonna sneaky send you some shiny dongs and other things. Whee!
Thank you.
Thanks,
Tori. Good to see you.
Mwah!